Welcome to Gare De L'Est train station in Paris, France, otherwise known as Paris-Est or Paris-Est train station. Now this is one of the 6 train stations in Paris. This video will provide you with a whack of information about where you can get tickets, the washrooms, the layout of the train tracks, and I'm going to take you on a walk to the train station just so you become familiar with the layout. Now if you have any questions that I have not answered in this video, please pop them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Gare De L'Est train station in Paris, also known as the East train station. Now it is in the 10th arrondissement, which is a section of Paris. It is north of the Seine River, and it is also close to tourist attractions like the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, and the Musée du Louvre. Now here is a map of Europe, and as the name of the train station suggests, the trains from Gare de l'Est, Paris East train station, service parts of Europe in the east. So we have a map here, and I'm just going to let you know, as the name suggests, that Gare de l'Est handles trains heading east to Reims, Nancy, Metz, Strasbourg, and those are all in France, but it also goes into Germany to Stuttgart, Frankfurt, and Munich. It also handles the weekly Venice Orient Express that goes to Venice and even past that into Russia. This is a map of the train station. It is a major transportation hub. I have circled the top left here. This provides information about the metro lines that come into this train station. Metro lines 4, 5, and 7 come into this train station. I came in on Metro line 4 today. It also is serviced by the RER by line E. Now also, other than the Metro and the RER, buses also come in and out of this train station. I have circled a few of them now. And I'm just going to give you a little slide here of the Metro lines 4, 5, and 7 that come in and out of this train station. Here is a slide for the buses that come in and out that are available just outside the train station. Here is the information for the night buses if you need them. And also this slide here provides all the information of all the stores and all the restaurants and food available in the train station. Here is a map of the train station, and I'm going to use this map to show you what the walk-through route through the train station will be. So I'm going to start and I'm going to walk into this area right here. I'm going to enter the train station right here, and right to the left you can see this is where you buy your train tickets right here. I'm going to continue on to show you what the tracks look like to this area right here. Then I'm going to head down the tracks to this section right here, and this is where you can also buy some of your train tickets, but I don't see this section open today. And I'm going to go all the way down to this section right here, just to kind of walk to the whole train station, just so you can become familiar with what it looks like. Then I'm going to come back through the hall central, which is this section right here, show you what the shopping, the restaurants, and that area looks like. And then what I'm going to do is go down the escalators to this next floor down right here. I've got a different map right here, and I'll go over and show you where the washrooms are right here. And then I'm just going to basically turn left, and I'm going to show you where the metro access is. And like I said, I came in on Metro line 4 today. And I'm also going to show you that down on this level here, this is where you can leave your bags in lockers. And I'll give you a little bit more information about how much that costs per hour or per day during the actual walk. We are going to start the walk just outside the Gare De L'Est in Paris, France. I'm going to give you a little bit of information as I walk you through the train station. The Gare De l'Est is one of the main train stations in Paris with high-speed trains that connect travelers with many different cities and countries such as Frankfurt, Stuttgart, Berlin, Munich in Germany. You've also got Zurich in Switzerland, Innsbruck in Austria, Budapest, Luxembourg, Rome, Istanbul, Prague, etc. The Gare de l'Est was opened in 1949 under the name of Strasbourg Platform, which basically translates as the Paris to Strasbourg Railway Company. It was originally built just to service passengers from Paris to Strasbourg, which was when the city of Paris was going through a major building construction. However, when the service was extended in 1854 to provide a railway connection to other places in France, the name of the train station was then changed to Gare De L'Est, which is what it's known as today. We have entered the Gare De L'Est in Paris, France. We're going to take a little left up here, and I'm going to show you where the ticket office is. If you have any questions, I would suggest go in and ask people in there because there's a number of ticket machines available throughout this train station. And if you feel comfortable with buying your train ticket at one of the machines, and maybe you've done this before, you're familiar with it, fine. But if you have any questions, you need any advice, and you're looking maybe for connections or when the options are that are leaving, how many times you might have to switch trains to get to wherever you're going to. And if you have any questions about any of that, I would advise you to go into the ticket office here just to make sure you're getting the ticket you need. Another piece of advice I always give is that it's better to get your ticket early than to leave it to the last minute. If you've got a train that's supposed to be leaving at 9 a.m., it's not in your best interest to arrive at the train station at 8:45 trying to get a train ticket, find your train, and get on that train. It's in your best interest. I always say, when I come into Paris, if I know I'm leaving Paris in 5 days, as soon as I arrive in Paris at the train station, I will go buy my train ticket. And there's a number of reasons I do that. One, you want to make sure you get a seat. Sometimes these things sell out. Number two, maybe you have more options about what time of day that train is leaving so that you get to your destination the time you want to. And why do I say that? Sometimes you have to check out of your hotel at 11 a.m. Well, if that's the case, I probably want to check out at 11. I probably want to get to the train station and get on a train around noon. And if it's a 2 or 3 hour ride on the train, I probably want to get on that train around 12, so that my 2 or 3 hours, that puts me in the next city at 3 p.m. Well, what time is the usual check-in time for a hotel? It's usually between 3 and 4. So if I arrive in that next town at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, it gives me an hour to get my bearings, maybe buy a train ticket from that train station if I'm going on to another place in 5 days, find my bearings, get to that new hotel by 4, and check in on time. So I'll just reiterate why you want to get your train tickets early. Number one, sometimes they sell out. You don't want that to happen to you. Number two, the earlier you kind of buy your tickets, there's probably more options during the day. The trains are going to your location that you want to go to, and you can pick which time is best for you. Number three, often if you get them earlier, you can get them cheaper. There you see the sign for the Metro lines 4, 5, and 7. And like I said, I came in on Metro line 4 today. When you get into these train stations and you are looking to get on a Metro or an RER, the first thing you got to think about is, I've got to go down some escalators to get on the Metro, and usually the RER is even below the Metro. So when you get into any of these train stations in Paris and you want to get on the Metro or the RER, you've got to think, I got to go down, get down the escalators. And near the end of this walk, I'm going to take you down to the Metro just to show you, if you are getting off a train here in the Gare De l'Est, how to get down to that Metro level. I gave you a little bit of background information about how the train station started, and the train station soon expanded to different routes. And in October of 1883, the Gare De l'Est saw the first departure of the famous Orient Express en route for Istanbul, and over the years the building has been renovated and re-renovated. As I walk through the train station, you can see all the trains lined up to my left as I walk to the train station. Now, platforms are numbered 2 to 30 from left to right, starting with platform 2 at the west side, and like I said, the numbers are going up as I walk. Platforms 2 through 12 are designed as the yellow platforms. Trains to and from Germany usually use these. Now platforms 13 to 22 are mainly for suburban trains, meaning trains that aren't going that far from Paris. Platforms 23 to 30 are designed as the blue platforms, also used by mainline trains. Now these could be going to Switzerland, Eastern France, and like I said, some of these go right through Germany. Some of them are still used for Germany all the way through Istanbul on the Orient Express. Trains are usually posted on the departure boards. Now the departure boards are the blue TV screens that we see. The trains are usually posted on these blue TV screens, which are departure boards, 15 to 20 minutes before departure, but the screens usually indicate whether you want to wait at the yellow platforms, platforms between 2 and 12, or the blue platforms, which are platforms 23 to 30, before the actual number is posted, so that you're waiting in the proper space. I've always enjoyed this train station. Despite how big it is, it's fairly big. It is so easy to navigate. So taking a train from here is easy. Do not be intimidated by the size of it. All the trains are all lined up in a row from 2 all the way up to 30. You can see I'm walking through this main concourse, this main hall here with all the platforms. It is super easy to navigate. This is one of the 6 main train stations in Paris. All the platforms and tracks, which are TGV or IC or TER trains, depart from this one concourse we've been walking through. This concourse is at street level, so there's no steps up and down. You have access to taxis and buses at street level as you leave the station. This concourse is large and airy, so the station really doesn't ever get crowded. There are heaters scattered around the concourse in winter. The specific tracks and platforms which trains are leaving from usually are confirmed no more than 20 minutes before departure. So make sure you're looking up at these blue screens at all time. We are going to head out of this main concourse and we're going to go into the central hall. I just want to walk through the central hall to show you what shopping is available, what eateries and restaurants are available. Because there are a number of overnight trains leaving from this train station, and like I said, that Orient Express is going all the way to Istanbul, you may want to arrive an hour before your train and get a whack of food. Maybe you want to have a little snack when you get on the train before you fall asleep, and then maybe you want a little something for breakfast in the morning. So there is a Monoprix kind of grocery store. There's a number of other little places that have baguettes and croissants and stuff. So I'm going to walk you through the central hall just so you look at the shopping options for you if you do need food or you need something else from a pharmacy, etc., before you get on your train. So you saw the McDonald's, there's various cafes. If you want something, maybe the latest fashion, there's probably a couple stores here, and like I said, pharmacies if you need anything. But I want you to keep your wits about you while you're in the train station, in the sense that don't let your luggage leave your sight. Make sure you're touching it at all times. Make sure that pickpocketers don't see you as an option. Make sure everything is zipped up. Pickpocketers come here to work each day. Don't make it a fruitful day for them and you be the victim. We are going to head down the escalator here to the next level down, and I'm going to show you the metro, the washrooms, and luggage lockers. As we head down the elevator, I let you know that I came in on Metro Line 4. I've been here for a few months, and so luckily came out of my apartment this morning and just got on Line 4 and came right into the metro here. So as we go down, I'm going to show you where the toilets are. The toilets you basically have to pay for. It's usually €0.50, and we'll just walk over, have a look at the toilets, and then we'll walk over and look at the metro. 3 lines come in here. I think it's lines 4, 5, and 7. So wherever you are in Paris or wherever you want to go, let's say you're getting off a train here and you want to get somewhere. You know you have access to 3 metro lines to get to your hotel. Likewise, if you're at a hotel now and you're trying to come to the train station, 4, 5, or 7, or if you're on one of those lines or connecting to one of those lines, then it's going to bring you here to the Gare De L'Est. We're going to head over to the metro here, just show you where people are getting on the metro. Now, if you are trying to get to your hotel, you might just want to buy one ticket. You might want to buy a ticket for the day. You might want to buy a packet of 10. You might want to get one for a week or a month. I have one for a month here, and I'm going to be doing a video in the future about different metro ticket options and maybe what's in your best interest, depending how long you're going to be here. I just walked by the lockers and the luggage storage there. So the lockers at Gare De L'Est are located on the first basement level. Here we are, we're on level 1, directly opposite the toilets. Now the automatic luggage deposit is open daily from 6:15 to 11:45 or 23:45. Prices vary between €550 and €950 for 24 hours depending on the size of the locker. You have to pay an extra €5 per 24 hours anytime after that. Only cash is accepted. The period for keeping your luggage is 3 days maximum. We are back up on street level and train platform level. We are going to head out to where we started this walk, out front of the Gare De L'Est train station. But as we walk out, maybe a few more pieces of advice, that as we come out to the front, there are taxis that are just out front here. This is where you catch the taxi. And also, if you remember at the beginning of the video, I kind of gave you a picture or a slide of the buses. Now, you would also go out to the front of this train station here, and there's a bunch of bus stops depending on where you want to go. I know there's a total of 9 bus lines that stop at Gare De L'Est. So we know there's 9 bus lines. We know that there's 3 metro lines, and we know that there's 1 RER line, RER line E. We are leaving the Gare De L'Est train station in Paris, one of the 6 main train stations in Paris. I want to say this train station is one of my favorites because it's so easy to navigate. You just simply walk in, all the train tracks are all lined up in a line there. And I want to say thanks for coming along on this walk with me in Paris on a bit of a dreary day. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to pop them in the comment section. I will get back to you. And as I usually say, au revoir from Paris and ciao for now.